Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Go Flying. I've had quite a few questions from people on various platforms asking about the Nynja and performance figures and space and all those kind of things. So I thought the best thing for me to do would be to put together a review video and try and get as in-depth as I can. It's a bit cold today, so bear with me. Brain's not working quite as fast as my mouth wants to. But what we're going to do, we're going to start off on the inside. We're going to have a good look round. But first of all, I have got some good news. I put in a request for a mod, a minor modification, which has now been approved. And as you can see, let's turn you around. We've now got wing cameras once again. I don't know what kind of interest people have in knowing how to put mods together or anything like that. I mean, I've only ever done it once before, so it was interesting. I did look at the paperwork and I kind of went, but anyway, it's all sorted now. So we're going to start inside the plane. Let's have a look. Please do excuse the fact that she's a bit dirty. We've had numerous frozen pipes and things like that here at the moment, so we're struggling when it comes to water, actually having to wash the plane, so just waiting for things to warm up a little bit. So there's a bit of mud on the tail. I'm also midway through a hangar clean-up as well, so don't judge. Anyway, the E-prop, what an awesome bit of kit this is. I absolutely love it. I mean, that spinner is massive. Look at my hand against that, look. And it's very pointy. Everyone likes carbon fibre pointy things, I think. But it's a really, really good prop. With Anna, I've been seeing climb out figures of about 1,600 feet per minute. Absolutely incredible. Pulling about 90 knots at 4,600, 4,700 RPM as well. So you get the best of both worlds. We've got the 912 ULS engine, as you can see. So it's the 100 horsepower version. And I've gone for the single piece doors, which do have gas struts on them, which is fabulous. Now, I'm just used to having single piece doors, and I figure, well, I didn't really want to pay the extra for split doors, and if I wanted to fly with the windows open, then I'd just take the doors off, because you can do that also. So that was a bit of a cost-saving exercise for me, which wasn't a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I just quite like single piece, The red interior as well, which is what I went for. This is the rear thermal screen here, which this basically helps keep you nice and toasty. And then the storage area is just behind here. If I unzip that, then that's another 2 zips in here. And it does open up quite big, but it's just because this is in the way at the moment. And there's plenty of space in there for, luggage for 2 people. But we don't struggle with luggage, to be honest. I mean, I got these. Now, these are like aftermarket. I'm not encouraging the use of things like this, and they are removable. So there's no mod required or anything like that. I don't think. But anyway, yeah. So I carry around all my heavier stuff. Well, that's not quite heavy, but high-vis vests. I've also got a toolkit in here as well, as you can see, which I'll open up in a moment for you. A funnel for oil, something to clear the windscreen, spare batteries for headsets. Let me just open this. Stand by. So, toolkit. This is what I carry around with me. It's like a touring toolkit. I take it everywhere. We've got a spare inner tube there, tools. I think this was off Amazon, to be honest with you. What's the sockets there, ratchet. And then screwdriver heads, Allen keys, cable ties, snips and pliers, and a little adjustable spanner there too. Spare exhaust springs, 1, 2, I've got 2 of those. Spare water cap as well, which is a non-standard water cap, so hopefully I'll never need that. It's just a kind of emergency get me home thing. And then on the other side there, that's another one just for putting, at the moment I've just been using it for things like drinks. I've got my flask in there as well. Seat belts. I am thinking about changing these to a pair of fancy Luke ones from Micro aviation, but we shall see how that goes. Now, moving over to the panel, let me just move all this over to the seat. I'll put this away in a minute. So, moving over to the panel here, we've got digital Canardia instruments, Canardia airspeed indicator, altimeter, which is connected to the Horace as well, and so is this, variometer, also got tachometer down there as well. We've got strobes and landing lights, probably see them in behind going off maybe. They are. Click those off. And then an iPad mount. This is a Guardian mount here in the middle, which I run Skydemon off. Also got cabin heat too, which is very effective. Don't get cold in here at all. I've not been cold once, but I have been wearing a few layers. We've been flying in temperatures down as low as kind of -5, -6, and we've been warm and toasty, so it's been all good. Camera setup. I've got a GoPro Hero 8 Black there, and then moving down, this is the audio setup here. So we've got the adapter, so this plugs straight into the GoPro, and then I've run this all the way around underneath, down there to here, which is where your headsets plug in, and then I've got my headset plugged into a splitter. We've got a 40 decibel attenuator somewhere as well. It's just there, so that brings the decibels down to a level which you can actually record the audio. And that's plugged in down there. Throttles, so the throttle's changed on the new Ninja, so it's a push-pull now, and then underneath the seat we've got the pilot wear installation. The aerials come out for that down here. Not sure if you can see them, but they are there. And I've gone for standard wheels and brakes as well. I didn't fancy the Behringers at the extra cost, and to be honest, I don't think we needed them. I think they're absolutely fantastic as they are. The only other thing I would say, we've got fuel filler cap back here as well, nice and easy to get to, and as you can see, plenty of visibility all around, which is fantastic. And then the second camera, which I run inside the cockpit, I've got up here on that mount there. And the fuel is easily readable in flight. You can see there we've got about 55 litres showing. So that concludes the ground tour of the aeroplane anyway. If you've got any questions, please do drop them in the comments. Other than that, I think there's only one thing left to do. Let's go flying. Welcome back. We are just warming up now. We're going to taxi over to runway 27 in a minute, and we're going to take off. Then we're going to just basically get a feel for the plane. I'm going to let you know what I'm feeling and how the plane handles, and run through some performance figures and things like that, and hopefully you find it an informative video. So we'll taxi to 27 now. Ashcroft traffic, Golf November India X-ray, taxiing to runway 27. Ashcroft traffic. And hopefully you like this new wing camera angle. I say new, it's the same camera angle I used to have on my old C42 Megs. And I quite liked it. I have actually ordered a GoPro 360 as well. Ashcroft traffic, Golf India X-ray lining up, 27 Ashcroft traffic. Okay, so we're going to do a quick power check and then we're going to take off. I'm happy we've got plenty of power there, all T's and P's stable, we're good to go. Flaps set, we'll set the flaps on this one, trim set, temperatures and pressures are all green, wind is from the left hand side, fuel pump is on, there you go Anna, and that's that, so let's go flying. Ashcroft traffic, Golf India X-ray taking off, runway 27, Ashcroft traffic. Keep it in flat limiting speed. Flaps away. God, it climbs this thing. I'm pulling back on the stick now. We're at 700 feet, 76 knots, 1700, 1800, 1900, 2000 feet per minute. Wow. That's something else, that. Right, so we are a bit limited on viz today, as you can see. So what we're going to do a couple of little things, exercises. It's the performance figures most people tend to want to know. So we're straight and level, 4,200 RPM, and we're getting 80 knots, 4,300 RPM, whichever way you want to look at it. So if we speed her up, let's take her up about 4,500. Okay, retrim. So 4,500 RPM, straight and level. And we're getting 89 knots. Yeah, nice stable 89. We'll crank it up to 4,800. Keep it straight and level. And we've got an indicated, yeah, it's a little bit bouncy today, so we're more or less straight and level. But we've got an indicated 95 knots. We're actually climbing a little bit there. Let's take her up to 5,000 RPM. So 5,000 RPM. And we're reading a 98, 99, 100 knots, 5,000 RPM. It's happy at that. Temperatures and pressure stable. Fuel's good. 101 knots. So take her up to 5.2, which is about as far as I would take it, really. And that's only if I was really in a rush. Keep her straight and level. And we're getting 103, 104, 105. 105 knots. Alright, we'll slow it back down again. I like to cruise, really. If I'm just on my own, I'm in a little jolly like this, about 4,400, something like that. So I think that's pretty impressive, to be honest with you. I'll just do a clearing turn, make sure we're all clear there. Inside the green arc there. Nice steep turn. Looking where I'm going, out the sunroof. There is an aircraft coming towards me, apparently. Just come out the low level route, so we'll watch out for that. Yeah, there he is on visual. Don't know how, the visibility is awful today. We'll head towards Beeston Castle. 1,000 feet, 4,200 RPM. I'm always just going at the speed that I kind of want. So my whole experience has been really positive. I absolutely love this plane. It really is a mega piece of kit. It's by far the best plane that I have owned. It does everything that I want it to do and more. Let's go and it's going to run down these hills here, and we'll get some of this scenery. It's beautiful. Yeah, Flylight have been fantastic. They are absolutely brilliant. Paul Dewhurst has been incredibly patient with me. I'm a bit of a mitherer at times, or I can be. But aren't we all when we're waiting for something? I know there's a lot of people looking forward to getting their hands on their Ninjas at the moment, and a lot of people that are interested in buying them. I mean, my own personal opinion is that these are the best kept secret in the microlighting world. I mean, value for money, I don't think there is anything better out there than this. It just does everything that I want it to do and more, and I can't wait to put it through its paces this summer. You know, I've got some big trips planned. I'm going to get into Europe. Hopefully get down to France at the very least. And I've always wanted to fly down the
the D-Day landing beaches at Normandy as well. Something I've always wanted to do. So that's on the list for this year. And also down to the Loire Valley, because it's just absolutely beautiful. So we'll see how that goes. But so far, this plane has not missed a beat. Worked out the other day. I did a trip, flew down to. I didn't record it actually. I flew down to Wellsbourne and then up to Takeoff and then back. It was about 2 hours 48 minutes in the air. It worked out at total, and we burned 14 litres an hour over that time, and it was absolutely spot on. A lot of people say you need a lot of rudder in these, and to an extent that's correct, but it's not excessive. It's no more rudder, certainly, than the Eurofox. In fact, I'd say it's less than that. And it's just a very well-mannered aeroplane as well. It's very benign, very forgiving, but also exciting. That's the other thing to say about it. It is exciting to fly. It's not dull. You know, it's very rewarding. You do have to fly it more than you have to fly, say, a C42 or Eurostar, particularly in terms of like rudder use and things like that. But again, you know, it's all part of the experience. It's just more rewarding for me. I love the visibility. It's incredible. I'm looking straight down at the wheel. I'm looking below me. I can see out the roof in a turn. I can see behind me. I can see the tail. It's just a lovely place to be in here, to be honest with you. And it's probably by far the best plane that I've owned. Not to say that the other planes aren't good, because they're excellent, you know. Love the Eurostar, love the C42. I can see the appeal of the Eurofox as well. But the type of flying I do, this suits me a lot better. My word, we're getting 92 knots over the ground at the moment, 86 indicated. That means we're going home to an almighty crosswind on 2.7, that'll be fun. Yeah, it just suits me perfectly down for what I want to do. I've got every confidence in it. I prefer a centre stick as well, like this. I much prefer that. I don't know why, I just have a lot more feel with the aircraft. You know, I think that's part of the reasons I struggle a little bit with the Eurofox. Struggle to bond with it, I should say. Struggle to fly it. I did fly it, I did enjoy it, you know, and I enjoyed it when it was in the air. Super slippery, super fast. But I just hadn't bonded with it, so that was that. At this, I just jumped in it straight away. It was, I don't know, it was just familiar. Even though I've never flown one before, it just felt familiar and it feels right, and I absolutely love it. There's a bit of fog rolling in over there by the looks of things. Can't see the Peak District very well, so I would suggest it's probably time that I cut this short, head back to Ashcroft and land, just to be on the safe side, you know, particularly this time of year when you've got fog and all sorts of stuff rolling in, you know. I'm just going to check under there, make sure there's no one there. There doesn't seem to be. That's a circuit for Dairy House Farm over that way, so we'll do a left turn. Let's do that then. We might as well join on long final for 2.7. Let's do that. Ashcroft traffic, Golf November, India, X-ray, joining final now for 2.7. Probably 2 miles to run, Ashcroft traffic. And watch out for wind shear. There's not really many trees at the moment, but there's a little bit of turbulence often though. It's lively. that kind of concludes probably what's the world's worst review on an aeroplane, but hopefully it gave you a bit more insight into why I bought it, what it's able to do. You know, it's that climb rate is insane. I actually bottled out a little bit because my angle, the sheer angle I was climbing at, and I was still, you know, 75 knots, and normally, you know, you climb out about 65, but 75 knots at that kind of angle and 2,000 feet per minute. Nuts, absolutely nuts. Serious ability, that. Very, very impressive.